What do you think about the cryptos? This is the one of the most asked questions.
The way the crypto industry works is many a time, or most of the time, issuing a crypto and what's called as an ICO, initial coin offering. This is done to just raise funds for a project, and the project owners will typically have a white paper where they'll be promising that they'll be doing X, Y, and Z in the future or in the near future. And it's that promise of theirs and the market kind of reaction and market sentiment on that, which is kind of like creating the value for it almost and driving the value. Now, from a Sharia perspective, what's really important is understanding the utility of a token. Like, what is this digital asset actually doing? Is it serving a genuine use case? Is it doing something? Because there's thousands, like over 20,000 tokens out there, over 20,000. And many of them are not doing anything. They're really not doing anything. Now, they're just being used speculatively. Like, people are simply just buying, selling with a, hope that it'll increase in value and they'll make some profit. But nobody really cares about the underlying what's happening. There are other tokens, the digital assets, which genuinely add value. For instance, Bitcoin. It genuinely is used as a remittance service. It's used for hedging. It's used for saving purposes. If you ask people who are living in emerging markets, for them, saving in Bitcoin or having access to Bitcoin, it's a necessity because inflation in their countries might be really high. So a person is working 1, 2, 3, 4 months, but the value of his earnings completely goes. Whereas if he just puts that into Bitcoin or a USDT or Tether, at least that preserves their hard-earned labor and efforts. So some digital assets actually add value, but from a Sharia perspective, we want to make sure the utility of the token is sound. Many tokens out there are simply released with this idea it's a currency. If it's just acting as a currency, really they're not a currency because a currency is a medium of exchange. These things are not being used as a medium of exchange. They're literally being just traded in the market. Who's using them to make payment? And that's why it's very important. Many of these tokens, which call themselves currencies, we need more review and are concerning. So the token utility is extremely important. The purpose of the blockchain, the protocol, what is it doing? What's the purpose of the blockchain? Is it recording transactions? Which transactions are being recorded? What's being processed? If it's like Ethereum, you're running smart contracts. What for? What's happening? All these are questions that need to be reviewed. And that's why to develop a Sharia screening for crypto is extremely difficult because everything is nuanced. It's like you're dealing with 20,000 different ideas almost, right? How do you capture that in data? It's very difficult. But that's from overview about crypto. I would avoid things like meme coins. I would avoid tokens which are clearly doing something unlawful. For instance, there are some tokens and digital assets out there which stream unlawful content, illicit content, or AVE, for instance, where you can do interest-based lending. So there are platforms out there, DeFi platforms, decentralized finance platforms, which allow you to borrow money in crypto or borrow crypto with interest payments. That would, of course, not be Sharia compliant. So these are some examples that you need to look out for. But with crypto, as always, it requires, I would definitely tell people to do much more review and be more cautious as opposed to stocks, which is the data is easily available.